Hello everybody, this is Dead. I'm a fucking moron. No recap, let's get into this. Alright, before we go 9 years into the future, we're gonna go into the halfway point, kinda just like, not 9 years yet. Alright, cause I'm dumb. I'm big, stupid dumb. But anyway, moving on. Blood Moon. Don't know why I said Blood Moon, it just felt right. Anyway, moving on. God damn it. Moving on. Sorry if you can hear someone in the shower. They got in the shower like, I don't know, fucking 30 minutes ago, but apparently they washed their fucking hair for 30 goddamn minutes. Nah, I do that too. It's just, the bath's relaxing, alright? If you guys know, you know. Like, you guys just, like, if you take in a shower, you know how just how it feels. It feels amazing. Like, it just feels a lot more better than, like, it just makes you want to, like, stay there forever. It's nice and warm. So yeah, like, it makes you feel clean, you know, like, and once you get out, it makes you feel dirty and, like, just wet and cold. You know, so you guys know. If you've taken a fucking shower before, you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright? I don't need to explain my fucking self, alright? Anyway, on with the rest of this. I just smacked my fucking foot and now I'm regretting it because it kinda hurt. Moving on. If I punch myself and it hurts, does it mean I'm weak or does it mean I'm strong? Means you got a high pain tolerance. Means you got a pain tolerance, definitely. But it doesn't also mean you're strong. The fuck just fell. Anyway, moving on. I'm taking this cat to another realm of reality. You betray me? You betray me like that? You just left me to rot here? You just left me to rot here? Moving on. In between those 9 years, you know, Izuku kind of, like, spilled the beans, you know, about him being, you know, yada yada yada. I don't need to explain. I don't really need to explain that much, but yeah, about him being Dream XD, and you know, and he would explain, him and Tommy would explain what actually happened, and yada yada yada. So, you know, they would go down there, which, you know, Tommy being him, because, you know, who the fuck want to do that anyway, made it easier to get there. Like, a smooth, nice path down. There's, like, no fucking errors. There's just stupidity in my mind. Moving on. What was I thinking of? I just kind of, like, blacked out for a second. What? I was just like, what? Anyway, moving on. You know, he made it easier to get there. So, it takes, like, an hour to get back and forth. Just, like, so, yeah. So, you know, they kind of hang out around there. They talk to the blobs every once in a while. Sorry. I'm just thinking a bit. I don't know why. You know, they would go down there, visit the blobs every once in a while, you know. Fucking fall into the lava, which they don't really, as I said, they don't really break. Like, they're immune to lava. They don't really take damage, really. Like you can hit them with anything and they won't chip at all. Like they kind of just like they're like weirdly squishy too. They're like a weird material. They're like weird. Like they're squishable, but they're also unbreakable. Like you can't break them. Like there's nothing you can do about them. There's no way you can kill them. So they kind of go down there, and Tommy's messing with one. Tommy's messing with one of them. He's like, "Oh, look at this one," because like all of them, a lot of them have different types of faces. Like some have smiles, some have sad faces, some have annoyed faces. Like some have more like a frowns. Others have like a angry faces. Just many different types of faces. Like there's just different ones. Some are smiling, some are frowning. Some are crying, some are not. This one had like Izuku's smile. It had dreams smile on it. He was like kind of teasing how small it was. He was kind of being a bit of an ass. He's like, "Oh, this one's just like Dream. It's like it's like if he was his child." Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna stop. As, you would look at the little blob and you would see it, and it, for some reason, seemed to be turning black. Which is not a good sign. I'll tell you why later. Well, not that later. It was turning black and it seemed to be also morphing. It seemed to also be morphing, and it seemed to take a shape of a human. It seems to be wearing similar clothes to Zuku, but instead of a green hoodie, it's red, and also the mask is black with a red kind of. Hold up, give me a second. With a red smile and two red eyes, except for also his sweater doesn't seem to be uh, a sweater. It seems to be more like a jacket, but like with no real like. It doesn't look like it really has a zipper there, and he seems to be wearing a black shirt underneath it with that has an outlining of red, and also has buttons on it. A black button shirt with the outlining of red. As it would look at Tommy and be like, "Oh, so I look like Dream, huh?" Uh, as Izuku's looking at him, he's like, "Oh, shit! I just remembered something." Tommy would be backing up. It's like, "What the fuck?" The people who are down there right now, let's say, is Tommy, Rambo, Sam, and Creepa. Yeah, those people, and also Izuku. It's like, "What the fuck? Some demon fucking possessed that thing!" Izuku's like, no, it's not. It's a part of our nature. What? Our? And what do you mean, our nature? Well, these things aren't exactly blobs. Huh? What do you mean by things? We're both the same exact creature. Dream, what the fuck is he talking about? Dream, what the fuck is this guy talking about? That's what I'm about to explain. Well, these blobs are actually, well, they're called blobs because, just look at them. But also, that's not their full name. Their full name is mimic blobs. Basically, they're capable of mimicking anything they see, but it comes in a very long range of time. we've the we mimic blobs have been around since almost the dawn of time. Excuse me. Excuse me. Well, not the dawn of time when the Earth was obviously created. But yeah, we've been around for a long time. It takes billions of years for one of us to mimic something. And also, another thing, it's that we mimic something that we think we see. So, technically, I'm the only ancient god. Yeah, so technically, I'm not even a god, technically. What do you mean? Well, the first thing I saw when I mimicked it was a person that I thought was like some sort of god because it was so much more bigger than us. And it seemed to be a lot more intelligent. So when I mimicked it, I thought of myself as this ancient god. Wait a second. If he mimicked me, why doesn't he look like me? Why does he look like you? Well, when he was mimicking me, he was thinking of me, so he looks like me, just with different clothing, I guess. Oh, motherfucker. Well, there is one difference. I mean, look, our hairs aren't the same. I mean, mine is dirty blonde with. Did I make it dirty blonde with green tips, or was it green with dirty blonde tips? I'm gonna go with dirty blonde with green tips. Well, his is dirty blonde with those red tips. So that's a way of telling us apart, I guess. What should we call you? What should we call you? Call me whatever the fuck you want. Call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. So yeah, everyone's like, what the fuck is going on, man? You know, the Zuki's like, another thing I'm gonna have to fucking explain to the others. Well, yeah, but yeah. So yeah, we should probably think of a thing to call you before we head back up. Also, another thing is, why did he turn black? Why did you turn black? Obviously, his skin is not black. It's the blob turned black, and then his mask's still black. Which Izuku also explains that that's technically their face. The blob, that's technically their old face, and you know, not Rambo, sorry. Tommy's like, so technically these masks you're making are your face, and he's like, no. Yes and no. Technically, they're not my face because this one is, as you know, if you pull out the XD one, because it was his original form. He was originally in XD, not the smiley. So this is my original face. Everything else is not really. I can just different it, I guess you can say. And you know, Tommy's like, "Whoo! I thought I was wearing." I was like, "Whoo! I thought I was wearing another man's face for around." And then, so what should we call you? And Tommy's like, "Ooh, I know. If he's if the way he's been acting is a lot different from you. Actually, pretty much the exact opposite of you. Very rude. He seems to be very rude and also, you know, a total asshole. Hey, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? So let's call you the opposite of what your name is, Dream. Your name, Dream, and so let's just call him Nightmare, right? That'd be interesting." And Zuko's like, "Sure. I mean, sure." He's like, and Nightmare's like, "No, I don't want that name. I want a better, cooler name. Nightmare it is." You piece of shit. You piece of shit. And I think I'm gonna end it there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we're gonna get right back into this. Bye bye.